another video. Today we're going to be doing an interior and exterior detail on this Mercedes. Nothing major, just vacuum, wipe down, wash, tire sign, window cleaner, and door jam. So that's what we got for today. Inside, go ahead and get the vacuum out the way, and then we go ahead and after we do our vacuum, we then go into our wipe down, and then we go ahead and get started on the outside as well. So that's all we're doing now. Is just trying to vacuum out everything for this car. Grill, it's kind of like grill out the stuff, but it's starting to come out, so we're gonna just go ahead and do this. Yeah, try to get this car done. This is the BMW SUV that you're looking at. No, actually, it's a Mercedes, not that. Mercedes SUV. Not the biggest one, but it's definitely I would consider it a small SUV as well. So currently, hey, what's going on, man? So currently we just doing our detail. There's a lot of things that it's hard to see sometimes with the camera, but as detailers, we gotta make sure we're not skipping this stuff. So you are, it may look like it's partially already clean, but it's not. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get through it. never really seen this car correctly. So he called us to do a detail on it. So this is our maintenance package. So if he's not getting anything working, everything like the normal stuff. Even our maintenance package is better than going through the car wash. We also take our time to make sure that we get everything. I think there's some key objectives and both of those, the both business models that's clear if you really think about it. Like for a, what's going on, man? How y'all doing? Yeah, it's a definitely nice car. But yeah, so for the drive-through car wash, or even if you go to like a drive-through hand wash at like a location, I believe that their primary objective is to get as many jobs done as soon as possible. And the reason why is because they don't charge the prices that a mobile detailer would charge because they don't have the other fee that comes with it. So, like, they don't have to drive to a location, so there's no gas fee. And then also, like, when it comes to the materials and stuff, everything is already there. So, like, the pack-up time, trying to pack everything up to go to the more detail, they don't have to do that in travel time. So, all that stuff set into the cost of the mobile. So, that's why we charge a little bit more. And then you got, for like a regular location, they actually don't have to worry about those prices. That's why they can charge cheaper. But if you think about the share value, they have to do more in order to get the same income outside of like traveling and gas and stuff. So they got people on the payroll that's just sitting there waiting in cars if you're not super busy. And that also can cut some of the cost as well. With mobile, and you actually having people come in for a job, depending on how your business is set up. If I had a team, which I did before, I wouldn't have people come in if there's no work to do. So every time someone comes in and there's work, then they're getting paid per job. So that's how you eliminate costs when you have a team and whatnot. So so that's how you eliminate the cost when it comes to a team. And then also being able to be competitive in the market. So if I were to have a car wash location, I would probably charge half the cost, depending on my objectives. I haven't gave it a lot of thought yet because I'm not at that point yet, but I would think that you would want to charge half the cost, or if your business is good and set, I would charge the same price, honestly. But of course, you won't get as much customers because if you're charging the same price as a mobile detailer, but they coming to you, then it's like, what's the purpose of paying that actually market your business as surrender code or something like that? I think then
we'll be able to like, do a ceramic coatings at the shop or paint correction or something like that at the shop. And then like if you do get people that just want to come in, like they the same price as like the mobile detail. Like so that's going after the higher end clients. A lot of the job through traffic that comes to you, they probably won't come to you as often, but they will like come to you when they want something big. Like so, I mean, if you're just starting out, I recommend like being cheaper than like the mobile detailing prices, but at the same time like working towards something. Like I don't, so I think about getting a location sometimes, but then again, I think about like the mobile side and how much easier it can be to build a mobile side of the business. But like, of course, you gotta buy vans and everything, hire staff. You may want to have team meetings and stuff like that. So at some point, that will require some type of like location or meetup spot. But everything I talk about, I kind of like already did before. So like for me, like when I do get to that point of hiring again, I would probably hire like I would probably run my business out of a U-Haul, not U-Haul, a public storage or something like that. Because when you run your business out of those locations, you pretty much just paying for the parking. Or I would find like an office space that has like unlimited parking. And then like you just use it as a dispatch location. So like either one of those options are good. So you gotta kind of just find them because they're not always as easy to find. So I would say like those are like the most efficient ways to run your business if you like want to run like dispatching for mobile only. But like for me, I think that at some point I would be tired of renting and I don't want to like purchase like some land and have somewhere I can watch cars but also park the vehicles at and I have to pay rent because I kind of have a ownership mindset. So it's hard for me to rent things or do things in a location that I don't own. So that's my only caveat to that. But either way it works, I think that in business kind of like I said, my mindset I always have to be I mean because there's a lot of things that come into play on the business side that doesn't come to play in like just regular life. So it probably wouldn't be a good idea to try to own a commercial real estate just to run the mobile detailing business out of. So for me, I would say that I probably have to get out of the mindset of trying to own everything and just rent and then build my business that way until it gets to the point where it makes sense to maybe buy a location to build the business. But I definitely like the idea of like this. Another idea was like the self-service type of locations. A lot of those are coming up for like sale. They like usually go for around like 500,000 to like 300, 2,200. But it's cheaper when it's hard to find or they probably in a horrible location. So like even having one of those and just doing decent in there, park your vans there. Like that would be like the ideal scenario. But there's a lot of differences, like with having a location and being a mobile detailer as opposed to being like, sit at the location all day and just get people that drive by and just kind of things that way. I would recommend, I do doing mobile detailing for a long time, and I have worked at a location before where we sit there every day and all day and build a client base. I think both are good, but I believe like mobile So like, if you notice, a lot of like businesses are starting to offer mobile services, and I'm talking about all the way down to like your dealership. So you're starting to see like Chevrolet, Tesla mobile services, and they got vans that come out and do, maintenance and stuff out on your vehicle. So I believe that with the way that things are going, people want to have like the convenience of their stuff done at their home and whatnot. So I believe that the mobile service is definitely the route to go. And I would try to learn how to balance and manage what comes with that, because there's not a lot of competition in the mobile detailing industry when it comes to being like the the giant of all the companies. So like, and then there's lots of competition on the small business side, but like as far as like a monopoly, there's no mobile detailing company that I know of that truly has a monopoly over any industry, over any like city or state. Like most people, the biggest companies, they either have a location or they have like a couple vans, maybe 2 or 3 vans, and they usually stop around there. So like there's like one company I know. I don't think I want to say the name, but they do have like a franchise model, and they actually require you to have like 10 vans to get on their feet. But they also have a lot of funding and whatnot, so they're like, in the venture capital world and all that stuff. So they're getting like running series. If you're not familiar with that stuff, you probably couldn't a couple things, but like they're like, raising money, stuff like that. So I think that there's pros and cons to that, and I think that honestly they're building themselves up to be that monopoly. And I think that now it depends on the whole company as a whole, but they do have a lot of different things in their business that they're doing that's kind of like making them different. So like they're actually investing in technology, and they're also investing in they got a couple products, but I think that the franchise model with them is a little different, and I think that it depends on the owner's focus. So that's all I'm gonna say about that business, and that's the only one that I know that has like a fleet of companies that's doing franchising and have funding behind them. So long as they implement it correctly, which I don't know if the owners are, but their prices are very low and they're undercutting the market, but the service is not matching up to what people are looking for their vehicle. So based on, and I'm only speaking that based on reviews. So if you see a detailer in your market that's undercutting all the prices, there's pros and cons to that, because there's no way you can serve all those people and be profitable unless you got high demand and you can serve that high demand. So for like retailers that are like small businesses, I would definitely encourage you to like not try to undercut the market, because you can't afford to undercut the market, because you don't have enough, like you don't have the system behind you to support that many people to be profitable, because you're gonna run into a situation where you're like pretty much paying not paying, but you're pretty much spending more time on vehicles, and you're not making the amount of money that you need to make to be profitable, and also to be like basically survive. Especially if you're a one-man team. Like, there's a reason why like detailers charge what they do, because we honestly need to be able to charge that much to be able to support everything that comes with the service. So if you come in as an over detailer and charging $60, or maybe $40 for a mobile detailing, but you did all that work. So I think that you gotta really be smart, and I can understand why people do it to get customers to date. But if you're gonna run this business and really look to survive off of retail, then I highly recommend that you like charge accordingly and actually do the math of what it would take for you to survive off of this business. I don't think enough people are doing that. They just get into the industry and they don't know. So like I knew that out the gate. Like for me, I started out at $50. I started out at $50 a car, and then I had a 150 package. No, I had a $50 package, a $100 package, and a 150 package. I had three packages, and those were my prices. And it always pretty much ranged somewhere around like a regular detail inside and out, and then it'll go into like a shampoo or a wax, and then it'll go into like the full detail. So when I first started like 5 years ago, I started out charging 150 for a full detail, which now like it's kind of crazy because I charge 150 for a maintenance detail. So I think that like when you go into pricing, you should consider a lot of different things. So like I would for one consider your cost. So like break down your cost into like what you're spending on a monthly or weekly basis. So I would say monthly because like you want to break down how much your insurance, ads, you run ads, like your other business should run ads. Um, you gotta count in supplies. Also, you gotta consider gas if I haven't said that already. So when you calculate all those things on a monthly basis, then you'll be able to determine like how much you should charge per detail, how much you should charge, and whatnot. And then you want to go into what you want to make as well. So when you go into like what you want to make, then you'll be able to determine like how much you should charge to reach that goal. So like you'll be able to calculate per day. If you want to make $100,000 a year, then that's $8,333 a month. You calculate that by day. That's $787. So once you do that calculation, you need to make $300 in a day. Alright, so you know that it takes you 3 hours to leave your home, get to your job, do the detail, and be ready to head to the next detail. So let's say you do all those details. So it's 8 hours in a day, so you can see yourself putting away 12 hours or whatnot. Ideally, you only have enough time to do 2 or 3 details in a day. So how much are you going to charge to get to that 380 per day? So out the gate, you have to charge the minimum two, one, 130 and up just to reach that goal. You see? So now that you reach that goal, now you gotta take into account expenses, travel time, and all that kind of stuff. So then once you do that, that 130 turns into 150. But then you gotta okay, if you want to make over 100, then other things considered and all that kind of stuff. You got to keep, you got other costs. So your overhead is easy to increase as your business. But if you're not increasing your budget, your overhead, then there's something you got to do to make up for that overhead increase to be able to stay at the right profit margins to grow your business. So that's just a basic breakdown of like what it takes to really like grow your business to the point where you can like actually survive and benefit off of the business. So then you want to get into like skills and stuff like that. That stuff just takes time. Then you want to protect yourself from getting sued or having to pay for like repairs or mistakes you make, because everybody makes them. Nobody's perfect. So in my past 5 years of doing this full time every single day, or 95% of the year, I have made over three, I want to say 2 to 3 mistakes in that time span. And I'm talking about mistakes where like I messed up the car or I did something where I had to fix it. So I say two times. The third time I was making a fix it. But I'm talking about after washing hundreds and hundreds of cars and only making 3 mistakes. But those mistakes can cost you $2,000 to $3,000 at a time. So how are you gonna budget for those type of things? The best way to budget for them is to have insurance. But that increases your expenses, and that's going to be another issue for you. So I'm saying all this to say that when you want to go into retailing, there's a lot of expenses that are unknown that you got to put in your budget. And then also like customers that are out there, I hope you all understand like why it costs what it costs to do the job that we're doing. So I just want us all to be on the same page of what it takes for us to do this job, because some people will call me and they'll say things like $150 for a car wash, and then like it's kind of disrespectful towards like everything that you're looking for. Like we're coming to you to solve an issue for you. So like we're doing something you don't want to do on your own, and then like so we're in the hot sun, we're doing the high intense labor job, but then you gotta take into consideration all the fixes that come with that, because you can do the labor all you want for free, but that ain't gonna take away the minimum expenses we have. And that's not like when I went through all that breakdown for everything, I didn't mention anything to do with ads. Like, in order to be sustainable and make enough money to provide for the average minimum wage family, like, you gotta run at least $500 in ads alone per month. That's on the low end. And, and if you don't believe me, ask any detailer you know that lives halfway decent, and if they not paying for ads, they put in the work or the manual labor to build themselves on Google. And I can tell you that most of those people that done that, they got the skills to know how to do that. And most people that are detailers don't come into the game having that skill. So yeah, we can't know And I'd be I wouldn't be surprised to say that like this industry is going to be not infiltrated, but this industry is going to be like the small retailers that aren't catching on, they're going to disappear more and more. And like the bigger companies are going to get bigger and bigger. And then like I wouldn't be surprised if some big company comes out here and they just like buy all small businesses or just undercut them out of the market because they have the resources to charge the cheaper prices. And then have the systems in place to manage their employees and hire the team and the staff to be able to do the same type of job. Because it's not that hard, but you gotta have a system in place to get to that point. So me, I have a system. I just don't have the resources yet to be able to dedicate the time that it takes or the energy it takes to build to that point. So me, it's gonna take me personally another 4 or 5 years to even get to that point where I could build a business. But when I do, I would be able to build a business fast and get so fast to the point where I can buy a van every 3 to 6 months. So without having to think about it, you know. But while in the process of building that resources, like I still gotta come out here and work and grind every day. Of course, I gotta build accordingly. So, and accordingly, when I say accordingly, I'm referring to everything that I just talked to you all about. And like, I'm speaking the truth of how I feel. Like, everything that I'm saying is true. And if I'm wrong, fact check me because like I've been doing it so long that I know that if I don't make this move that I'm making, I'm going to either die out because of my inability to be able to perform the service anymore, which is going to cause it because I'm getting older, or I'm going to die out because I don't. Well, that's the only reason. That's the only way I'll die out, man. If I just get too old where my body break down to the point where I can't do this anymore in the next 4 years. But as long as I am able to do this for 4 years, 4 years, I'm safe because I have a plan to be able to build my business beyond where it's at right now. And then I'll be able to do all the things that any big company can do, but with a smaller budget and without the learning curve. Because I've been in the business, I know how it goes. I know how to run the business. I know the skills. And all I gotta do is learn the skills of how to manage a team. Because once you get past finding customers and knowing how to market, the biggest problem or the biggest challenge of mobile detailing is team management and then capital. So like I said, the capital is, to be able to, buy the van, support the chemicals, gas and stuff because the margins are decent with detailing, but they're not outrageous. So once you get deep into the business, you gotta really know how to manage a team and manage the turnover and do all that while hiring and firing and all that stuff. So I'm preparing myself to get to that point. And in order to get to that point, unfortunately, because I'm not willing to get a loan, I gotta work in the business and not on the business until I get to that point. But in the process of doing that, I'm building the customers, I'm building my brand. So as the next 4 years go out, I'm gonna have so many customers that I've built up in my area that like the brand and the company will always already be so established. I have so many customers to the point where all I gotta do is put somebody in place and have appropriate capital to manage that employee without having to pay myself. And I got passive income right there because I call it passive even though you're gonna have to manage somebody because you do it so well, you've been doing it so long that it's almost like managing that person will be so easy to the point where like your day is gonna be answering customer phone calls if you want to do that and checking up on the detailer and stuff like that, making sure that they don't slip up, making sure they send pictures, making sure the customer happy. One of the main things that has saved me when it comes to customer satisfaction is just asking them a simple question of, let me know if I missed anything when I'm done. So when I get done with the service, ask the customer, I know that I can look good, I know everything, but please point out anything that you see that you would like me to touch up on. By doing that one thing, you saving yourself a big complaint from the customer because you're giving them permission to fix all to fix your hard work into shambles or anything that you messed up on. And then you watch them as they go around the car. You see the things that they look at, you see the things that they touch, you see the things that they kind of like double take at, and you get your ride and you do it as they go around. By just doing that one thing, you save yourself a complaint, and then you gotta teach that to your employees and your staff. And once you do that, then you set like customer satisfaction is almost a guarantee because it's an experience. So like the experience of the detail starts from the time that you get there to the time that you it actually starts from the time that you answer the phone call when they inquire about your service. But if you want to go deeper, it starts with the pictures that you have in Google. It starts with the reviews that you have on Google. Are you getting reviews? Like if you all have actually anybody in the entrepreneurial that actually has a mobile detailing business and you feel like you don't have enough customers, the reason why you don't have enough customers, you can stop watching that. This one, after I say what I gotta say. If you are a detailer right now and you feel like you lack customers, the number one reason why is because you don't have any reviews on your Google. And if you got 15 reviews, I'm talking to you. If you got 10 reviews, I'm talking to you. If you got 30 reviews, I'm talking to you. You should have a minimum of 50 reviews. And to start your business, you should ask your friends, you should ask your neighbors. And to build those reviews, wash their car for free or charge them minimum money. And build your reviews because that's how you really get your customers. Google reviews and referrals. So everything that we're talking about right now, for the people that need customers and want customers, that's where it starts. And that's where it ends. Once you get your reviews, you start getting referrals. They keep calling you, and you gotta run ads. You gotta pay a little bit of something, man, because you gotta have customers coming in consistently. Like if you don't have customers coming in consistently, they get dry and they get slow. You gotta rely on your older customers, like customers that use their service before. And people, when it's raining outside and people not going on Google searching, then you gotta rely on your current clients that you lost in the past. But if you only have a client list of 20 customers, there's no way 20 customers can get you through a slow season. So you gotta like build your client list. And what I mean by build your client list, I'm referring to like you gotta you gotta have an email list. You gotta have people's phone numbers. You gotta have their address. I haven't done this yet, but you can send them mail them letters. I do the email and the text message. I even done phone calls. So like you gotta nurture your current client list on a monthly, weekly, 3-month basis. Like you gotta send them consistent emails, keep them updated with your business. Every holiday come up, you need to send an email. Every holiday. That's how you build your business. Like, the fancy equipment and stuff, that stuff is cool and dandy, but that's not how you build your business. That's how you get, that's just equipment, man. That's not how you build your business. You build your business by doing the things I'm talking about. Building your service. But I'm talking about requiring each customer to give you an email. Tell them that in order to confirm your appointment, I need your name, your email, and your address. Oh, and if they ask you, why do you need my email? Because that's where your confirmation text go to in order for me to schedule this appointment. Oh, and then of course you already have their phone number because that's how it is happening. So if you're not doing just that, if you don't want to market, if you don't want to pay for ad, then all you want to do is do your customer that you meet online or you meet in the Facebook marketplace or you do empty cards and whatever. Like at least get their name, their email, and their address, and of course their phone number. If you just do that and you do it organically without the ads, it's gonna take you a lot longer. But I guarantee you will still be able to grow your business because you gotta nurture your leads. You gotta nurture your leads. And I don't know how much information I just gave y'all all, but I feel like I done gave y'all a lot of good information. If you believe so, please let me know. Please subscribe. Please comment. Let me know because I feel like I just gave y'all my full blueprint. And it's not like anything to hide because everything that I told y'all, like, it's just the beginning. Like, there's so much more that comes to like consistency. Like, that's beyond everything. Being willing to wake up every day and do the details, that's more than everything that I've been telling you because you gotta be willing to get up and do the details. One of the main things that really helped me get a lot of clients because I do ads, like being willing to jump up and do the detail within a 30-minute notice. Being willing to go to a house within 2 hours of the phone call. A lot of times to date, a lot of times to plan, because you gotta be willing to, the customers appreciate, like, being willing to call and get out and do that within 2 hours. The customers being able to so like I talked about getting customers, nurturing customers, and I also talked about how to get and keep customers, how to keep customers. So you give me all so much knowledge, man. If y'all do so, if y'all can do so, dig out even more, but I feel like I'm giving away too much information that y'all not probably gonna keep the hearing on. Um, so if y'all do, I feel like that y'all gonna let them stuff pass on down, and y'all not gonna execute on everything. Like when it comes to business, you gotta execute on things. Watching these videos is good, but you gotta execute. Like if you're not executing on anything that I'm saying right now, then you just wasted your time. Like after this live, go reach out to somebody for a review. Continue to get mad. If you ever lost your mind calling me a I don't care if you're 12 years old. I'll ever go and get a Google profile and give you a review. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the secret game that nobody's telling you. You know, like that's how you build your business. Nobody's telling you. So, I hope that you all make sure y'all subscribe. I'm gonna still finish up this car. You know, yeah, man. So I'm getting to it, man. So this drill brush right here, you can find it at Harbor Freight. And you can find the drill brush attachment at Harbor Freight. Yeah, so some of the tools that I have is this drill brush. The drill brush is it helps you shape corn. You gotta have your extension cord. The extension cord helps you when you deliver on and follow the tools. You're gonna be able to keep them plugged in and do everything. First, you gotta put attachments on your drill brush. You gotta have your nice vacuum cleaner. It doesn't have to be the best, but you want a decent size. Like this one, I believe it's a 6 gallon. Yeah, it's a 6 gallon. And that vacuum, it pretty much doesn't get full too quickly. I don't want a big vacuum because it's just going to take up space. If you like me, I don't know how to pick up truck, so I don't have a lot of space, so I don't need too much big equipment. I usually don't have to replace my vacuum often. Most of the time I do it whenever like there's water in it. Usually I hope it's I appreciate that. You can also like see some of my like very descriptive like tactical things that you can do and the shorts that I'm dropping like because I actually read my whole ebook out just talk about it on the short. So you all want to like get more detail or actions that y'all can do to get started or build your business over 100K, which I have done. Just getting straight my back in. Alright, let's go. Appreciate y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I'm just setting up everything to do my wipe down now. So be patient with me. Because it's not right. When the customer comes out, I don't want to have them complain saying that I still have stuff inside of my door. I try to vacuum my everything correctly so that I don't have to do it more than once. The same time for detail. So we sometimes use our steam cleaner for the interior detail, but this time we're not. For the steam cleaner, it just depends. It's really for like the super dirty cars. For something like this, it's just a wipe down, so we're not gonna use a steam cleaner. And I don't mind that it's dripping on the carpet at all because if anything, it helps out the pressure. Whenever like I drop any chemical or whatnot on the carpet or the mats. If you have any questions, man, let me know. I'm here. I'm here for you. Detailing is definitely like a mental thing for me. It helps me when like I'm just in the flow state. So what I mean by a flow state means that I'm pretty much just like I get in my zone and I just do it. Most details they can take anywhere from like 3 hours, 2 hours. So imagine like working on something for 3 hours. Like you definitely, get into what you're doing and you start to get into what you're doing and you zone in and you lock in. And then they got that ASMR where you pretty much it's very like enjoyable to see that the outcome of the work that I put in, especially from the customers when they're very happy with the results of my details. So I definitely enjoy the responses from my customer when I start my details and I finish. So that's the rewarding part. So in detailing, you spending your time doing these cars, and then you come out after the results and you see the customer response. They're very happy, and it's very satisfying to after putting in the work. And then it's also cool to be able to wash some of the cars you get to wash, which like a lot of the times you may never get a chance to witness these cars. So like cars like McLarens, if you don't know what a McLaren is, it's a supercar, and it's like very exotic, and Like, so I was able to clean that car. At this moment in my life, I would never be able to get that car in this moment, at this time right now. Maybe in the future, yes, but at this time right now, I would have never been able to see the inside of that supercar. And when I say supercar, I mean it's worth anywhere from $250,000 to over millions of dollars. So it's very cool to be a detailer and being able to experience things like that. Especially like I also had a chance to clean a cyber truck. That one was also interesting. I cleaned that one like last week. So things like that, you know, it's hard to even run into a cyber truck right now. But because I detail and I detail at a high level, I'm able to detail cars that like are very unique, and it's very cool to be able to have experienced these cars. And I also think that detailing helps you put things in perspective. Like for people out there that can't afford to have like these type of vehicles, but they see them, it's like they probably go their whole lives just like craving out after it or wanting to have these nice cars, and then you get to experience it firsthand. And it's like a lot of the times I do get excited for like the you know, like the cyber trucks. I got excited about the McLaren. I got excited about, but the Mercedes, the BMWs, the you know, I'm calling them regular, but those are not regular cars. So that's basically what I'm saying. Like the more you detail, the more you start to look at these cars as regular cars, and it prevents you from like the what's the word, comparison, or what's the better word, like when you want something but you can't have it, you know. So um, being a detailer has definitely helped me without not want to like have these things, to the point where like you know, it just makes me not want to go overboard on cars basically. So like I wouldn't go into debt, you know, to buy a car like this because oh it's so cool. Like, you know, I wouldn't like do certain things to get these materialistic things because I'm experiencing it right now. So this exposure to these type of cars, and you know, the people that have these cars, they probably could afford it, but we at this moment can't. So it has been very helpful for me to put things in perspective and be able to experience these cars and not have to purchase them. Like, I cannot bear the thought of putting myself in a financial situation and having to pay for something. Let's say me and my wife was looking at a G-Wagon last night, and the thing said paid it's gonna be like $1,200 a month. I cannot bear to think about paying $1,200 a month just to drive something around the city, you know. But when you can't afford it, of course, those thoughts are different. But for me right now, because I watched the G-Wagon multiple times, and I know what it looks like, I know what it feels to be in the driver's seat, not with it being mine, but I just know it makes me put things in perspective on the sense that it's not worth that financial. That's a really good benefit to detailing. Kind of like being a real estate agent, getting exposed to big houses and the different houses. You get to, you know, experience that kind of stuff. And, you know, all different professions, you know, you get to experience certain things. Um, you know, so that's my thoughts on like just the benefits of detailing when it comes to being able to experience the different cars and whatnot. I'm not really a car enthusiast, I would say, but I'm still a detailer, so um, that probably plays a part as well because a lot of some detailers they are enthusiasts and they enjoy cars on a different level. Me personally, I don't. Um, I just wash them. I just clean them. For me, detailing was like one of the first things that I got into where I was able to make money and not have to do things that was not right. Um, morally. So after I got detailing, it was over with for me. Like I was able to take it and run with it, being able to find something that you can make money with instantly and not having to do anything more that's against your morals for it. Like this was my first exposure detailing was so outside of like fast food. So um, yeah, I would definitely get into it. I guess I can go into my story and like kind of start a little bit if you haven't heard it. But yeah, man, I was on the wrong path. And my brother, he was doing this. He let me come out with him and make some money one day, and I did pretty good. I made a lot of money for what I was used to as a teenager. And ever since then, this location that I talked about earlier got a car wash location. So ever since then, I pretty much just went to that location every morning with him. I said, shoot, now I come out here all day, every day. I don't care if I made $20 a day. I'd be happy with that, because that wasn't, I mean, there wasn't anything that I was doing at the moment that I enjoyed that was giving me that type of return on my time, And of course, I would go out there and I make more than $20, but and I was able to spend time with family at the same time. So that was a win-win for me. So after doing that for a period of time, which I was able to save and keep money, after that, man, I was able to pretty much get my own stuff, my own van, and all that stuff. And after that, it was over with, man. So I just went full time with it. Well, I was part time because I was in college. After that, I got a job. After college, I got a job, and I kind of thought I wasn't going to be doing it anymore. But um, I guess once experiencing that business life, you kind of want never get rid of it. So I just got back into it, man. So I quit my job during COVID, and I started doing detailing full time. Um, I think it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. And the more that time go past, it just supports that decision. There's a lot of perks to owning your own business, but of course, a lot of people don't get the chance to see those perks because they don't stay consistent enough. They they don't they don't stay with it. They don't stick with it. They don't have the knowledge to know how to um, get customers and keep customers. Um, they're not willing to do the work. They just want a little bit of money to play with, and that's it. Um, my brother, he was doing this as well, but he didn't want to do it because he didn't see it. But when you, for me, I saw it as a way to get me out. Like, I didn't plan on starting a business back this way. I actually bought a trailer and I was only supposed to keep my job and do it on the side and only focus on contracts. However, it didn't work out that way because the way that COVID hit and the way how things was going, I actually just started doing regular details. But I think you just gotta have a vision for it to be able to take it serious, because um, this industry has changed over the years, and I've seen a lot of people make a lot of money in this industry, and I've seen people start in this industry and do well. People that started after me, that are still doing well. So it's definitely something to do. Definitely something to take serious, especially if you don't go to college. If you do go to college, then it's just like any other business you get into. Um, you gotta pay off your college tuition, um, after you graduate. So, you know, if you're going to college and you want to start a business, you got to take in consideration that that business has to pay off for your time that you spent in college. That you don't need a college degree to start a business. So your college has to be worth something to you for you to stay in college and start a business. So the business knowledge that comes with that, I would say you want to go after high leverage opportunities if you're going to be in college and go into this business. I would try to do it at a very, very, very high level. There's ways to build. You know, I would go into like investment banking, buying businesses and stuff, and you know, and build it off of commercial real estate with the new car wash locations, the drive-through car washes. And I would go that route. Even the franchise route is good too. Owning a franchise for the automatic car washes, I would go that route as well, especially if you going to college for a business. I wouldn't go the route of mobile detailing if I had to pay for college. Like I did pay for college. I did go to college, and I do have to pay my college back. But going back, I would maybe try to go the finance route and stick my car detailing passion in that somewhere, and go from there. Because, you know, you can make $1 million with this, but you can also make $1 billion, multiple millions going the other route, depending on, how you go about it. So definitely something to think about for those that are in college or young kids that, want to get into detailing. There's definitely higher leverage ways to get into this industry in different ways. So I'm giving y'all all of it, man. I hope y'all are still joined in listening, and I hope that I'm still bringing y'all some value. And make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button to help support us to keep making these videos. But the middle console is always the hardest part of this. Once you get past the middle console and all the other stuff, then you can move a little bit more faster. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, man. I really appreciate it. Alright, so I may have to pull my steamer out because she has some stuff here that's melted on here, and I may be nice enough to get it off for her. Let's see. Alright, so
I missed a spot. He learning further so he can cover something up. Cover something up? What you mean? Cover something up. I'm hitting every single spot, man. Every single spot. If you want to know how, because that's why it's taking so long. Every single spot. So, alright, so let's go over like some areas since we're talking about missing spots. Let's go over some areas that you need to make sure you get when you detail. There's a couple of areas that some people miss, so I want to point them out so that people don't miss those areas in the future. So some of the big areas that people miss is they miss under the seat. So when I start my detail, I always pull the seats forward. And then when it comes to the back, when you get to the front, you want to pull them all the way backwards. So when you see me pulling the seats up like this, it's because I want to make sure that I get everything behind the seat and underneath the seat. So you have like these, the part that the seat is connected to. You want to clean in there. You want to wipe everywhere, and then you want to get the sides of the middle console. You want to get all that as well. So you won't be able to get that if you don't pull the seats all the way up. So that's a spot that people miss. But I'm just showing you all that you shouldn't miss, and that's that you should always clean as well. So another spot that people miss is like in between these things as well. So if you got a brush, you can kind of like pull some of that dirt out of there, and then it'll come out. So that's a spot that a lot of detailers get, but regular people that wash their cars, they don't. So getting in between those spots is definitely important. So yeah, just make sure you get those spots when you clean the interior. So I got those areas. So when I talked about earlier, like making sure you vacuum correctly, so you don't have to come back and re-vacuum the spot. And I got it. So for my vacuum, definitely want to make sure you get it correctly. All right, and let me go to clean the seat. So this seat is where the car seat was, so it's definitely dirtier than everything else. So make sure I get it good. So another part that people miss when they cleaning the interior of the car is like these areas within here. I don't know if you can see, but it's like most cars that have like a snap on it, but if they don't, it's because they have kids, and it's really for like the car seat. So cleaning in between these snaps right here for the car seats is definitely important, and a lot of people miss these spots.
So I'm just showing you all the areas that you don't want to miss. Another area you missed is like in between the seat when it comes down and right here. So I don't know if you can tell, but I just came right there. And that's a prominent area that most people miss. So make sure you miss that. Make sure you pull the seatbelt up. Make sure you get in there. And then also clean like underneath this thing here. So this thing comes up and down. You want to make sure you clean underneath there. There's always like some pieces of dirt stuck up in there that you want to make sure you get as well. So that's that. So we almost finished with the inside here actually. So we're moving at a good schedule rate. Car wasn't super dirty. It wasn't too bad. So you gotta make sure you have the right gas when you come in the cars. Like microfiber, right, that we use to help our gas should be structured to. You need to make sure you have the right type of wrap to get the job done correctly. So definitely have your microfiber wrap for the inside. When I'm done with this, I just want to spray it a little bit more because this is where so the reason I have to revacuum is because trash for underneath the seats. So I'm gonna just go ahead and make my way over there. Let me see if I can think of some more spots that people usually miss. So that's pretty much it, man. People, the door jams, make sure y'all get those. Make sure y'all get y'all a brush because you gotta have a nice good brush. I used a steamer before. A steamer is good too. So if you don't have a brush, you can use a steamer to get everything cut. So alright, cool. Glossy. Can oh yeah. That's no. So I hope you still watching, but so no one gave car seat in there, and they took the car seat out and there was dirt behind that seat. But I would say that I did wash a car before, and it was somebody did get burnt in the back seat, and that was crazy. Back then, if you go back to my videos, I actually put it on there. But back then I wasn't doing live videos, but I'm pretty sure if I was, it would have blew up, man. But a customer gave birth in the back seat. It was blood. I had to clean up. It was crazy. They seemed like good people, so I didn't mind doing the blood. You gotta to be careful with the blood. Those energies and all that blood transfers. So you got to be careful with people's blood. But yeah, so we cleaned somebody's blood out of their car before from the birth of a baby, and that was crazy. I think that's to this day. I still think that's the best detail of the best detail of the year. It was so great being able to do that for them. Um, the dad was very happy. He took a picture. He wanted to take a picture of me and remember the day. I don't think we did that, but he was just very overwhelmingly happy. And it was just crazy because he was kind of freaking out, but he was so happy to have had a baby. But more than that, it was just crazy, like watching when I didn't see the baby. I didn't see her have the baby, but I did see I saw the blood and the after effects in the car. I think they tried to clean some of it, so I mean it wasn't just super crazy, but it was definitely blood left over on the mats and stuff. And that was quite an experience. I wouldn't clean blood for any other reason. Um, when he called me, he told me that it was because of a childbirth, and I did it at the time. Um, but if it was for any other blood reason, I probably would have not done the car. I actually turned down blood before, so yeah, that's definitely crazy. But no, this one it was no blood. It was no childbirth. It was just the car seat. It was the nut seat, and I'm just cleaning it out. So I'm almost done here, y'all. So if y'all bear with me, I just got the front seat, and then I'll be ready to get started on the outside, which is always quicker than the inside. And then go from there. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe and like button to support us. I appreciate y'all tuning in. This is what we do every single day. We detail cars. We try to get them as much as possible so y'all can see real detailing. If y'all didn't catch the beginning of this video, I gave out so much game to everyone that it's worth going back to rewatch that. All I'm gonna say is I talked about everything from beginning to end, everything you need to do to build your business and grow your business, and the differences and the detailing from car washing. I mean, I went over everything, man. So if y'all haven't caught that, definitely go back and catch the beginning. But right now I'm just finishing up the last front seat here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the inside, on the outside. So yeah, man, it was definitely crazy. But let's go back into some detailing stuff, man. So this car we did the inside, we got the inside and out, wash, vacuum, wipe down, door jobs, windows, tire shine. So far we have done the vacuum and the wipe down. We do offer the door jobs. I usually do the door jobs before the outside or after the outside. So these door jobs aren't that bad, so I might go ahead and knock them out before I start on the outside. But that takes about 5 minutes at max. And then we'll be able to do the outside from there. This car is pretty clean. did have a lot of dirt and build up. Obviously, it hasn't been detailed in a while. So, a customer called me out here to detail the car because she said that when she goes to the other car wash, they never really clean it correctly. That's because they're not detailers. And she pulled us out to different equipment. We use things like steamers, drills, pump sprayers. What else we use? You got, most car washes have pressure washers, but we have pressure washers, foam cannons. Not all the car washes have foam cannons. They still use buckets. Permits. So there's a lot of things that separate detailers from car washes. And today I got a call from a customer, and she asked me, I wanted to get a hand wash, and I said, okay, yeah, we could do that for you. And then I said, okay, we have two packages. I have the maintenance and the full service package. And the maintenance started at $150. And she said, oh no, I just want a regular car wash. That's the difference between a car wash and a detail, I guess. I said, yeah, that's correct. Because like I said, I was running a car wash. I would have my prices 50% less than what my current prices are for mobile, depending on what type of car wash I'm trying to have. So, and that all depends on different attributes of what I'm trying to do at the time. Right now, I'm not doing that, so I haven't planned any way of how to run that business model. But the mobile detailing, the model is to have multiple vans, multiple employees, possibly one employee per van, 2 to 3 washes a day per person. And however you do your marketing is how you do your marketing. We use Google Ads for our marketing, and there's a lot of different aspects to that. But so for the detailing of the steering wheel, this is a key part of the detail. So you want to make sure you got your brush and your degreaser, all-purpose, or whatever you want to call it, and you want to get in between all the cracks and crevices of the steering wheel. Of course, the customers spend most of their time here, so you want to make sure you get it right, because this is going to be the main way they judge you once they get back in their car. Because once they hop in the steering wheel after the first cleaning, they want to look at the windows, to everything, to make sure you got it right. So for the steering wheel, you want to definitely make sure you get every aspect of that. I don't know if you noticed, but I kept 2 rags on me the whole time since I've been doing the interior, and I use and stuff. I actually sometimes used to use a rag whenever I didn't have my brush to clean the whole interior. So you can clean the interior with just a rag. You just have to be very detailed and strategic with it, and you can get all the cracks and crevices with that rag if you do it correct. So one thing I would say, make sure you always lock the steering wheel back, because I've had customers call me and ask me to come back to help them with the steering wheel. So definitely make sure that you lock your steering wheel back after you adjust it to get the steering wheel completely clean. So as you know, I already did the middle console, so I'm just gonna clean the side of this, and then just touch up any spots I see. And all right, so that's that. Again, make sure you gotta get completely under the seats. Get your brush. There we go. So that's done. I'm going to hit this seat, and then I'm going to turn on my steamer while I clean the door jambs. And by the time I finish the door jambs with that steamer, I'm going to just come back and touch up this one area that seems like it's something melted. But I just want to see if the steamer will get it out. Certain things like that, like areas that seems like it's just too much to get out, if you can't, I'm pretty sure no car wash will get that out. But as a detailer, if you take the time to get out certain spots that obviously need some extra attention, those are the things that secures the client for you. Like, they know that if there's anything in the car that a car wash can't get, you've proven to them that you can get it. Get my steamer heated, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start on the
because those cars got a lot of mud in them. So. Yeah, so this is the Mercedes SUV. Pretty easy to clean. Just a little bit more detailed on the interior. I personally don't like. I prefer to clean up older vehicles because they're a lot more easy to clean when it comes to just the maintenance. So when it comes to the shampoo, the newer cars, it's kind of easier topics to clean. But just for a basic clean, with those the newer cars, they have the mirrors, all that stuff, and you gotta be very tactful. This is the other parts of the detail, man, that you get when you call a detailer out. I don't know if you don't get this at the drive-through car wash, automatic car wash. And what I'm doing now is cleaning the door jam. So over time, opening and closing the door, you will see that like the dirt will build up on the door jam. And this is quite easy. You can't miss this. When customers sit down in their car and they see their door jams, especially if they haven't had them done in a while, you can't miss it. So it'll be like dirt and stuff that's just sitting there. So it's our job to make sure we clean it so the customer don't see that dirt when they get in their cars. It's literally like the first thing they would see if you didn't clean it. So.
So we did the door jambs. I'm not sure if I did this one or not. Yep. So this is the last door jam. Right, so door jams. And my steamer is ready. So the area that I need to get with my steamer is right here. That stuff is like dried up on there. So I'm gonna use my steamer to try to heat it up and hopefully that if not, then I'll just let the customer know that it's not possible. But I have a high probability that it will come out. So let's see what we can do here. Yep. So that's why you call your detailers out, man. That's what I'm talking about. So she's gonna be very happy to see that we got her out. And it only took 5 minutes to make sure you got it out. That's what I'm talking about. So the little things, the little extra steps that it takes to get that stuff to you, it's always worth it. A few areas on the inside I needed it to. But all right, so that's the inside, completely done. Wipe down, vacuum, the whole nine. So now we're gonna get ready to do our outside detail. And Get to it, baby.
Put it in the shade a little bit. There you go.
appreciate y'all for watching, man. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, the like button, and make sure y'all go check out some of our content. Y'all can go ahead and log off. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. So, man, I appreciate it, and I appreciate y'all, man. Actually, I might just leave the camera here if y'all want to continue to watch. But as far as moving the camera and all that, I'm pretty much go ahead and finish up this car, so I don't have time to keep moving the camera, man. But y'all hit the subscribe button.
get through this thing before it start raining on us.
Thank y'all for watching, man. I appreciate it.